Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. This is the first of a triple stream option. I have no idea what I'm listening to at the moment, but let's just see what we can do. Pick it up for some synth tracks. That's really what I want. Here we go. Now that we're in business, we got Ali Reza GM, Ron Hay, Naranian. So we've got some regulars going here. And we have to pick up the pace. Let's bring this board down just a little bit. We are going to go with this. Really? Do I have to worry about this? I think I do. It's just bullet, folks. All right, 2 plus 1. Got to pick up the pace. Pure energy. This is what's required. Absolute, bitter, complete, pure energy here. Absolutely pure energy here. I can't allow that to happen. I need to get in there. Alright, you're right. You're absolutely right. I did not know what I was doing there. Now we're going for it. We have to move it in this direction. Can we? Can we move it in that direction? I don't think so. The only way... Takes. Do I want to do that? He's trying to undermine me. Gotta think on our feet, folks. Must think on our feet. Let's see what he's got. Can I go there? Have we made it? Have we made it? 3 minor pieces, 4 pawns to 3 pawns. That was a lot of work for 4 pawns to 3 pawns. That was a lot of work for 4 pawns to 3 pawns. Still a lot of work for 4 pawns to 3 pawns. Alright, now we've got him right where we want him. Whew. 2+1 for fun. That was a dynamite show. We're going to stay with B3. We are staying with B3. One way or the other, we're staying with B3. Do I have to worry about this? What, me worry? Bishop takes, pawn takes. Ali Reza GM, he's thinking faster on his feet than I am. I don't like it. I do not like it. Rook takes. I still don't have a good answer here. Let's get something going. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone for this one. Oh no! Alright, you got me. We're at 2023? How did we get to 2023? Oh, we accidentally beat Ron. Well, at least we're into a relatively terrible year. 2020 was an absolutely atrocious year. A year that we could all forget. That was an atrocious year, but at least we have 4. We also have to start advertising our next one. How are we doing on the charging front? We are a half an hour away from our next one. All right, fair enough. All right, Ron. 94 more games to go. And some unclarity in progress. Do I want to play it that way? Yes, it is what we want to do. Do I want to do it that way? Are you after me? Gotta do some dancing here. You make me feel like dancing. We're gonna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. Yes. Check, 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 check. Let's see what he's got. Well, that didn't work. Can I do it that way? Am I in trouble? It does look like I'm in trouble. Maybe I'm not as much in trouble as I thought I was. I'm in a lot of trouble. He's got check, check, and mate. Damn you, Ron. How good are you? Maybe I should have played that move. Alright, gotta let it go. Problem with arenas, you have to let it go. Still trying to find my way back. Oh, I know what I'm looking for. Silly me, it's right in front of me. Alright, we need to get our other stream announcements up. The next up is the daily 3+2. It's in 40 minutes? No. $7.15 is in 25 minutes. Oh, it's 40 minutes long. What day is today? The 19th?
Pegasus SWE. Send. Cough.
Uh-oh, I don't see an arena for today. At 7:15. What's going on here? Did I not schedule one for today? Oh my god. Good morning, Pegasus. Coffee indeed. If you're not yet in the dojo, this is the way you find the dojo. I cannot believe that I did not schedule an arena for today. Emily to win. That's the Swiss. Grzegorz, that's the bullet. Andreas Vorma. Arthur Einer. Dieter Keller. Alright, Dieter, you are our guy. I need the tournament description. Tournament description template. What is Dietrich Keller. He's an international master. Alright, let's go for it. Blitz. Team tournament. I am Dietrich Keller. Birthday. This is going to be for 40 minutes. We need a description. Tournament description. I am Dieter Keller. We need some information about him. Switzerland. Three, 2, and today at 7:15. Anything else that I should know? Remember Master Chess Dojo? Alright, now we're in business. Grzegorz Gajewski, but unfortunately it's not going to make the front page. Wow, he tied for 5th in the 2nd World Junior Championship. Oscar Pano won the title. I'm going to still go with the Dutch until I get it down pat. I am really asking for it here, aren't I? Am I not really asking for it here, or what? If I beat an Iranian with this one, that will be impressive, right? Should I beat an Iranian with this one? Takes e5. I do not have much choice here. This is true bullet nonsense at work, if there ever was some. True and absolute utter nonsense. Oh, he had a win of a piece. That's craziness. We don't have much of a choice here. True and absolute utter nonsense. Ye gods. Yes. Uh-oh. Wow, he had a mate. He didn't see it, thankfully. Yeah, I didn't deserve to survive that one. Man, we have to do some work on our Dutch. Let's start with the first move. We will start with the first move. Can I go in that direction? And what am I looking for? Can I get there from here? No, I cannot get there from here. Oh no! I was supposed to play F5. I forgot that I touched my queen. Brr! Ron. -1 versus Ron. And we didn't get our tournament warning out.
Pegasus
What happened here?
SWE said, no rows in F4, F5.
Get our stream announcement out. Copied.
Pegasus SWE said, "Have you linked to Rosen Fun Fun?"
Got 5 messages left here.
The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish.
We have
Soldiers,
that announcement
know
out.
yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cattle.
Can I do that?
Pegasus
Don't give yourselves to
SWE
these unnatural
said,
men,
"You'll
with
move, I think."
machine men, with
I don't have it.
machine brains and machine hearts. Let us
My
fight
move,
for
thanks, Ron.
Let us fight for a new world.
Astute observation, sir.
That will give you the future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie.
Astute.
They do not fulfill their promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason.
Gonna return the pawn. Somehow, I think he's getting overworked. Whew. At least we maintained a little bit of semblance of decency against Iranian. 2 and 2. All right, everyone. We are migrating to the 3+2. Is it showing up on the front page? Yes, it is. The Swisses do not show up on the front page, therefore I think I will be returning to arenas. Arenas are faster, more people get involved. People who don't like 5+5 can berserk. The Summer Swiss series is coming to an end. As much as I love the Swiss, it's a lot more work because people cannot really join. All of our Swisses are listed. Upcoming events. If I can find my Discord, there must be a channel for this, right? I think I have it. Where's my Discord? Where is my Discord when I want it? Not open.
Pegasus SWE. Set. HTTPS Lichess Swiss 5 E51 ANCC Fast 59 Fast Rate.
There is a Ron spotting. That's 59 that's played. Wait a minute. Oh! Played does not go with the address. No. Hold on here. Let's close this. Where's the real link? There it is. $59 that's played. Oh, in the Lead Chess Swiss. Yes. If we were to do a Lead Chess Swiss. Indeed. So we are competing with another Swiss that does make it very awkward. What time did this Swiss start? At 6 a.m. Do we know if it's every week, Ron? Is it every week at 6 a.m.? Yeah, but remember, we're always doing increments, so we have a small edge on that crowd. What Ron was talking about was the Lead Chess Swiss 5-0 that begins at 6 a.m. But in reality, SRJ06. Alright, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Let's get five in for our puzzle streak. Why is this so hard? Check, check, checkmate. Let's get 5 in very, 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 very quickly. Rook takes, removing the defender. Why is this so funny? Is it because it's mate? Is that why? There was a way for us to go wrong? We've got a rook check.
Pegasus SWE.
And then
Set.
what?
I found the Rosen score, but there was an error from the Lichess API error 401. Try only running one Rosen score report at a time. You may have to wait before trying again.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. This is the only move that I can see. This threatens checkmate, but what if he... Oh, because I'm threatening the rook too? Because I'm threatening the rook too. So I get to take this for free? Thanks to the taking advantage of the pin. All I have to do is not hang my knight, right? Alright, that's 30. And the Dieter Keller has begun. We got our 5 in. This is the first triple play weekend of many. But we are going to probably convert the others to Swisses. No doubt about it. We should check on the other ones once we get there. And I do have to run, unfortunately, right after Ron, so we are going to have to do our bullet matches on the weekdays, if that's possible. I absolutely love our bullet matches. I need that training. I need the ambition. The secret ingredient, Ron, that is missing is not from a book. It is ambition. Ambition is what the young players have, what Prague has, what Vaishali has. The ambition that you could get your name into the history books, to immortalize yourself as someone who has accomplished something. Absolutely key. Absolutely key. Want to give a shout out to MJ Kim for that extra ambition needed. My sports therapist. Who thought we needed a sports therapist? But we do have one. Mercantile, good move, huh? All right. Now let's take this to the next level. Can we berserk? What is my score against Kaganarda? I'm 2+1. No, we're gonna play F4. I'm gonna follow in the Raven Stewart. Well, if he's going to give us an extra move to lock down on E5, we're going to do it. And we're going to get further control of E5 very naturally. Not sure how he's defending it now. I don't think he can defend it now. This is not good. There's even more where that came from. Maybe we could have berserked. Do not berserk. Never, ever, ever berserk. It is not worth it. My opponent offers a draw. Let's decline, just in case he thinks that I'm thinking about it for 2 minutes. It's actually going to be worse than we thought. I'm tempted to go after the queen and then return and go after the queen and then take. We'll throw that move in. He's still only got one piece for his queen. And he's willingly trading. Let's open up some lines. Here we go. We have lines. Where we go now. Rook, queen, rook, rook, queen. This is very speculative. We're definitely giving him a chance here. If he doesn't take it, we're going to take here. So we can pre-move queen takes c7 no matter what. Here he comes again. Here he comes again. Here he comes. Rosen Trophy for reaching the other side. Not what I was expecting, but he could have played knight takes e4, and then I was really in a little bit of a preponderance of what to do. 32 minutes left, so we got 35 minutes, we've got 40 minutes, and then the 5 plus 5. So we have 35, 40, and 45. Should we try to do a 45-minute 5 plus 5? Or a 55-minute 5 plus 5? If we do a 55-minute 5 plus 5, is that a natural aggregation, incremental to the time control? So 2 is 35, 3 is 40, and 5 plus 5 should be 55. 55-minute arenas for the 5 plus 5. DPW chess. Was he here? I don't see DPW from Canada online. I just don't see him online. We're going to do some random study streams too.
King Slayer Sloan.
John.
Joan.
Wait a minute, I haven't given any shout outs yet. I haven't given any call outs.
King Slayer Sloan.
I said we were going to be playing
Said.
the Dutch.
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable. Can I do it this way? This looks absolutely outrageous. There's no way that I can do this. Well, I guess I can. Never occurred to me that I could do this here. We're going to grab our space because we can. We take, he takes, we take, he takes. I think we're up a pawn at the end of it all. Or are we? Yeah, because I'm capturing first, I believe we're up a pawn at the end. But he can stop the madness at any time. Oh, I can't do that? Alright, fine. Maybe he'll give me some squares in the center. I guess not. Let's just keep threatening him in case. Keep threatening him in case. Just in case we get even more. What does he think he's doing here? What could it all be for? We'll see what we get. Now we know we have. And then we'll fight for the center. Wow, wow, we get this, just what we thought we'd get. Who knew we'd ask for? We're gonna migrate to that side. Have some idea what he could have asked for. We have more attackers. We need to pressure D4 in order to get the other move in. Very awkward that he placed it there. Are we attacking enough? I don't think so.
When Aunt Petunia came back from the telephone looking both angry and worried. Bad news, Vernon. She said, Mrs. Fate's broken her leg. She can't take him. She turned her head in Harry's direction.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Head in Harry's direction.
Jesus Christ.
Dudley's mouth fell open in horror.
Kingslayer Slow. Set. Harry Potter John.
Every year on Dudley's birthday. Dudley's birthday. On Dudley's birthday, his parents took him and a friend out for the day to Adventure Park's hamburger restaurant.
That was not good. So if we take on that square, are we in? I believe we're in, right? I think I can just take it. Can I just take it? Maybe I can't just take it. That's how I thought. I had to play Queen A4 first, it seems. And that would have probably won. We need an X-ray. Yeah. This is the only shot that we have at sending him over the edge here. I could have gone in further. Let's pretend like this is all planned, right? So we can get a rook to the second rank. We're trying to get him. Just in case we get him properly. I'm not getting it. Knight takes. Can I go there? I don't know what it seems like. Does he? Oh no! He does have it. He does have a perpetual check. What a crazy game that was. What is my score with him? Grr! Mercantile Circa? Circle? Can't believe that I fought my way out of that losing a piece. You know, this game would be a lot easier if you just don't lose a piece. What do we have here? 1702. Sahaj. We have played 12 times. We're going to do the delayed version of F4. That's what we want. Let's see what he has. Just... This guy is good. He knows what he wants. We don't have a good square for that bishop just yet. All right, it is time. It is time to grab space. Grab space. It is time to grab space. Knight e4. Knight takes d7. Who wouldn't have known? Where are you going, sir? Can I take? Then what happens? Do I hang a bunch of pieces? It seems like that. We're just looking for complete control of this situation. Don't have it, wanted it. Don't have it, wanted it. Going to have to wait for it. Wait for it. C5, D3. Where are you going? I don't know. Where are you going? Looks like a trapped knight to me. More reasonable. What in the world? What in the world? What in the world? Can't make up this. Can't make up that. Who would have known? It was not like that. What in the world? What in the world? We have to keep attacking. Even if it's not such a great idea, we have to keep attacking. Have to keep attacking. Have to keep attacking. Have to keep attacking. Must keep attacking. The only way to keep attacking. Is he threatening me in any way? G5. F5. G5, F5. Really? What are you up to? We know what he's up to now, it's true. Oh my god, I can't believe that I fell for that. He had knight takes g3. This will leave a mark. Do I want to take that first? Oh no! He could have taken my queen. The Botez Gambit worked, folks. Well, that didn't work. I do have to look into the Rosen's trophy. For f4, f5. Ron says there's an f4, f5. Win with insufficient material. Clutch pawn. No captures before move 30. Yes, you can check your Rosen. That is for Anakin, by the way, Kingslayer Sloan. Ron the hay. Please check out the YouTube if you're here. I don't see F4, F5 Rosen trophy. That's an awkward thing. Kingslayer Sloan, did you know that someone was streaming? Now we have to get the announcement out for the next event. 32 minutes. I have to do it. Chess news. 720, 719. Are we gonna get another game? Let's check this game with Ron Hay. Ron seems to be improving his position. He gets knight f4, king f2, g5. Could be awkward. I think he wanted to play this move here, and he's covered his second rank. could have done is... So Ron is down a pawn. Oh no, Ali Rez is down a pawn. Ron should have played g5 before. I'm not sure where that knight's going, Ron. Unless you're going to repeat the position. Maybe you're going to repeat the position. That would make sense. I have 6 players playing. Chess Gamer. Wow, our thing is bleeding over. Our stream title is bleeding over. It's so long on the weekends. What do we need to do about that? Oh, we didn't change our stream title for this particular event. Let's at least get I Am Keller in here. A little shorter. Change the stream title at the bottom. We do have time for one more game, but we can't possibly catch Ron, so it's all up to Ron here. Or did Ron beat him? Ron took care of that. He was down a pawn. How could that be? How could he have won that game? That was such a disaster. I don't approve of any of the moves made in this arena. Ron is starting to look good. He's finally got his pieces coordinated. It's time to bring the king closer. So Ron swiped a pawn. No, he wasn't down a pawn. It was Ali Reza who was down a pawn. And Ali Reza. So in this position, what was going to happen in this position on Knight h5, rook e2, king g1, and then king up, g4, knight e5. Yeah, g5, knight h5, rook e2 check, king g1. King g6, g4, knight e5, rook to, this does not threaten mate because we always have king h6, rook c7, knight f3 check, king moves to f1, knight takes h2, king to g1, knight takes g4, knight to g3, would it have been best just to move our rook across and attack the knight this way? The knight still goes to g3. Then the other rook comes in. So that looked good. Let's resume. We may get a game. Alright, Yamato is here. At long last. I was about to tell Yamato that if he didn't actually start practicing, there was no point in taking lessons. He actually has to play chess, but I know he's very busy with his school schedule. Well, maybe not in the summertime, but... What is the chess news of the day? What do we have? What is the latest and greatest? That was on the 18th, so we can come up with something today. Chess Gamer. We're gonna play the Caro-Kann. Oh, this is always nice. Let's not sack the D5 pawn. Can I play Queen F3? I don't know. This seems outrageous, doesn't it? I still don't see what he has here. Now that his rook's unattacked, he...
Lauren JW. Sent.
Good
day,
morning,
John.
Lauren. LJW. How are you? What could he have in store for me? How bad could it be?
Lauren JW.
This looks pretty bad, doesn't it?
What's your take on memorizing chess games, good or bad?
I don't know what my take is, to be honest. I've not given it much thought. Yeah, that's a problem. I'm not entirely sure that memorizing is the proper word. I would call it understanding the pattern of the game. For example, we can take any old study. Let's just pick a study, any study, right? I want to do this in 30 seconds or less. So for example, if you follow the pattern of a particular line, right? I don't really want to create a new study, but we'll do that. So for example, in the Morphy versus the Duke in the Count game, we start off knowing that knight c6 develops a piece, but if black defends with a pawn, the center pawn must be attacked by a pawn, and when black moves this bishop to defend the pawn on e5 by pinning the knight, therefore yada yada yada, and now in order to stop from losing a pawn, you can't see my fingers obviously, they have to capture, and when we capture we threaten mate, right? And then we actually attack this square, f7. Black should defend with the missing bishop using the queen on the diagonal, so now we perform a double attack. Black defends rather awkwardly, threatening queen to b4 check, so we continue our development with knight c3, both defending against the check, retaining this option. Black plays c6 to defend laterally, but we develop our last piece with a pin. Now, knight on b to d7 might run into queen takes b7, and knight a6, bishop a6 just looks ugly because everybody knows the pieces have to go to the center, so black strikes out. We all know the value of a pawn is worth 3 moves of time, so we're not just exchanging a knight for 2 pawns, we're actually exchanging a knight for 3 moves in time, since we have 1 move to finish our opening, connecting the rook. And black has 1, 2, 3 moves in his stead. Now this knight is attacked because it's not defending. We can easily remove the defender, so they defend with that rook. Now we bring our last rook into the game with a pseudo-sacrifice because we can always recapture, and the rook is absolutely pinned.
Set.
So once we have this, then we can actually take advantage of the weak back rank. And it's the famous game Morphy versus the Duke and the Count in 1858. Now I don't think of it as memorizing at all because all of the themes that you just saw are completely understood and should be understood. Uh-oh, did I lose a game? Oh no, I paused. So on average, is that memorizing? We can do it again as well. I'll do as many games as I can remember the threads of, as quickly and as humanly as possible. All of my favorite lesson games. And now white wins. Or does he? Oh no, white got him here. Yes, white wins, and he's on the wrong end of the spectrum. He's on the wrong end of the spectrum. Congratulations to everybody, including Yamato, for being here. We have one more. And we're going to go to the 5+5 Swiss. I'm going to grab this and we're going to put it in the Discord under streams and events, stream and event updates. I'm going to grab this.
King Slayer Sloan. Set. Chesscom stream when.
So you want me to test the platform to see if all of the innumerable bugs have been worked out? All right, let's go to that study that we created on our profile for a moment. We can remove the 2450. And we will join to let people know that we've joined. So Lauren, what do you think? I think that if you think you're memorizing, then probably it is bad. If you know that you're not memorizing, while you come to grips with a pattern of games, let's do another one. Let's do another classic game. And in this particular case,
Pegasus SWE. Set. It's working rose score. I log out then back.
excellent. I have a ridiculous number of Rosen trophies, but we could always use more. I don't think I can do it in 5+5. I can only do it in bullet. So let's do another one. This one is the ever so famous game Steinitz versus Rock. Let's do Steinitz versus Rock, and then we'll do Steinitz versus Bilal, for example. Bishop c4, bishop c5, b4. Now in the original game, there is no rook on a1. And I may alter the moves by accident in this particular game. Black wants to castle. He doesn't know about knight on g to e7, so we prevent them from castling. Black plays this rather unfortunate move, and after queen to b3, we're threatening mate on f7. So therefore, d5 was tried with the idea of playing knight a5 and removing the defender of the d5 pawn, and by removing the defender of the d5 pawn, we're going to get our material back. But white throws in the check, knowing that the king cannot move, and then follows through with a handy queen sacrifice. A double check, keep the king from escaping. Wrap up the king, keep him from tucking himself into the corner of the board, and then we actually play a takes b3. This is Steinitz versus Rock. It's close cousin, which is a game that I often screw up, so let's just see if I can do it. Is Steinitz versus Pilal, because many students always ask, what happens if d6? So we play e5, d takes e5, rook e1. I believe it's rook e1. Is it rook e1, or is it queen b3 first? I apologize. I think it's queen to b3 first. And after queen d7, rook e1, queen f5, queen b5.
Varnivox. Set.
Knight to d7.
Varnivox. Set.
Oh, I apologize. It is bishop to b5, threatening rook takes e5 check. And then queen to d5, threatening the bishop on a5. And after this move, basically white stuns everyone with the queen sacrifice, enabling this discovery, and then the checkmate on e7. Now the king could have gone to d7 in the original game. So you'll notice that I remembered all of the themes based on the placement of the pieces and the themes behind each of the moves. I missed a comment there. Now you can play Varnivox. Possibly. What is your Lee Chess username? I love YouTube subscribers. I'll always play someone on YouTube. Once everyone is subscribed, we should be at 641 now. We're going to do another game. What happened here? Oh, I accidentally created a new chapter. That was Steinitz Pilal. Right. So let's do another game. Anyone? Anyone? How about the great Capablanca Steiner game, which resulted, I changed the move order to deal with the Berlin. No lead chess. You have to fix that. Lead chess is the greatest server.
No lichess.
I have a nochess.com policy because I try to avoid people who violate unfair practice policies. People take special delight in robbing individuals on chess.com because inherently chess should be free to play. Everyone should be able to play a game of chess. Bishop to g5 for the first time threatens knight to d5. Now, of course, we've got the Capablanca. This also harkens back to the Capablanca symmetrical game, which everybody knows. But why?
King Slayer.
I don't.
Set. Better dead than red.
I don't understand. After this, in this particular instance, black plays knight e7, part of this popular plan, to get the knight to g6, knight h4, c6, bishop to c4, and black, of course, should follow through with d5, but instead plays the rather suspect move. Now, this game was played in Los Angeles in 1933. Then white begins by weakening black's pawn structure, checking the opponent's king, And the king guards the pawn on e6 with king f7, but we've already got an attacker here ready to go. So we have our pawn break, an intermezzo with the rook, another check, an opening of the line. Obviously, in this particular moment, if we get rook to f7 check, it's going to be mate. So after the move f takes e5, d takes e5, we throw a rook on the fire to open up lines. We bring another rook in. They try to escape. We wrap them up, keep them from going to the square e7. And now, this is black's probably last chance, even though white is still a little better, to play queen takes f6, but they move to that square, and after queen takes b7, we're threatening c6, queen to c6, or rook to c6 mate. So he defends against both threats, and then another rook sacrifice brings the queen to b4 with checkmate. The famous game Capablanca versus Hermann Steiner, American international master and frequent. Now, of course, everybody already knows the symmetrical game, which was played by Capablanca in 1918. On the same vein, it's a little shorter than the four knights because we don't have to take on b4. But basically, in this particular instance, after bishop to g5, bishop to g4, notice that black did not have a chance to capture the knight. So, in this particular instance, we have knight e7 check, king takes g7, and checkmate. And that is the famous game that Capablanca played in 1918 in a casual game. Next. There must be another famous game that we can show really quickly that isn't too hard or difficult. All these games basically follow a theme of patterns, and you're learning how the pieces move together in micro patterns. So yes, if you wanted to start thinking of it as memorization and then try to attach patterns and understanding afterwards, you can.
King Slayer slowly. Set. Music touched aloud.
You're the first person that says that every stream.
Fisher is black again.
Fisher as black. The Queen Sacrifice game? Hold on. The Grunfeld with Robert Byrne or the 20 mover with, I'm sorry,
Pegasus
Donald
SWE
Byrne?
said. Yes.
We also have that one, yeah. Alright, now I don't know that I could do this one completely from memory, but in a way. In all of Bobby Fischer's important games, he liked to play the Grunfeld. And of course, Queen to b3 is one of those moves. Now, I do believe that Donald Byrne actually played bishop f4 early in this game. And I'm trying to recall why or when he played the early bishop to f4. That's the thing that's stumping me. Right? That's what's actually going to keep me from continuing. I can remember pretty much the whole game, but now we have to work on the move order. And as a result, so here's a good example of what Pegasus just said. Like, we all know this entire game. Both Pegasus and I know this entire game. But because I don't understand the reasoning necessarily behind Donald Byrne's bishop f4 in his game, I suddenly hit a roadblock. I just recalled the bishop f4 move, and I find it very profound that I don't recall it. So Ron has stumped me, unfortunately. We can, of course, look at it. All I need is the move order, and then I'll remember the entirety of the game, including the intermezzo rook a4 at the right moment, just when you thought everything was good. And all the tactics revolving around e7 and this, that, and the other thing. So, unfortunately, this is one of those moments in the classroom that I would actually have the game handy just so that I could take a glance at my cliff notes. The other one against Robert Byrne was a G3 game, right? That was only 20 moves. I should be able to remember that one, but I also do not understand the move order behind that game in certain senses, because Robert Byrne played some funny looking moves. He played E3 and Knight E2. So Ron, you've got me stumped, I have to admit. So in any event, let's just go for it. I believe it was Bishop F4. Right? Move number 7 rings a bell. And now, was it C6? I believe so. And I don't know if he got E4 in just now. I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden, just because that move spooked me a little bit. I had a hard time coming to grips with that one. This is terrible. Terrible that I'm doing this. Oh my god, I feel absolutely atrocious. Let's go back. Once I see it, then I'll remember it. Let's see. Someone. Let's go to our studies. 1 second. My studies. My public studies, actually. And then we have WC. We have 11 minutes before we have to be there. And we need Fisher, right? WC number 12. Oh man, I feel so embarrassed. Number 11. Karpov was number 12. Oh my god, it's not here. We should have Fisher Byrne and Fisher Reshevsky here, right? I was doing these somewhat chronologically. I believe I did this one because I wanted to show the very famous Bishop takes F7. Now, of course, nobody remembers this game in its entirety because basically in this position, when Fischer moves away from the fork trick, Reshevsky plays the rather tragic move Knight A5, and after the move E5 sets up the trappage of the queen after knight takes, bishop takes. And I don't remember whether Reshevsky took, I believe he took with the rook, but if he takes with the king, then knight to E6. That's what he did. He can't take the knight because of checkmate, but he went on to lose his queen. And he played on for 40-something moves, unfortunately. So I did not include the remainder of the 40-something moves as part of the analysis. But it is true, Pegasus. We need... These are all Fischer games with white, which is even worse. I have been stumped. I have a better chance probably of remembering Fischer-Benko, the Austrian attack with rook f6. But there are a couple of moves in the move order that I don't completely understand. If I could come to a reasoning of why those moves were played, then I would be in business. One last one, Polgar-Smirin. I will replace this game that was not done with Polgar-Smirin. Judith Polgar versus Ilya Smirin. I may flub the first two moves, but she plays the Austrian attack. It transposes to a Pierce. Now, believe it or not, the computer, Bruce, thinks that all these moves are absolutely correct. Well, wait 1 second. H4, bishop G4, H5, bishop takes. All of these moves are correct. And then the double attack. Rook to C8, queen takes H5, bishop to G7 in order to play H6. Bishop D3, H6. Or did he play E5 first? They may have played E5 first. And then Queen E8. Yes, that's why, because the black gets in the idea of playing F5 with a discovery on the queen.
Set.
So if bishop D3, then F5. So the only retreating move by Judith Polgar, and there are quite a number of really cool examples of short mates involving bishop to D3. No, it was H6. It was H6. Right? It was H6. Bishop G7, E5, H6, Bishop D3, E6. 1 second. Just getting the move order right here. So it was, I'm fairly certain this was absolutely the move. White did play this one. Black did play this one. We did play this one. Black played H6. Bishop D3 threatening Queen F5. Then it was F5, knight to B4. Oh, that's the move I remember. There they threw in knight to B4 and bishop E4 earlier. And after rook takes C3, F6, queen to B5, queen to G3 by Judith Polgar ended the game. Let's just promote that, make that the main line. We're not too far off, but we had all of the major themes of the Austrian attack to a great extent. And there is one very tricky thing here, in the sense that the king has to run out, because if we move to D1, then knight to B3 check, knight to E2 check wins. Or if the king goes to H1, then queen A5 is made. So it's awkward. Those moves were not played in the game, however. Black just resigned after queen to G3. Community teams. I know our thingamajiggy has begun. Uh-oh. Charles. Should we play the French? Let's play the French. Should we play the winnower? Do I have an idea in the winnower? Yeah, we'll play the winnower. Let's see what our opponent comes up with. Now we're going to play the winnower with B6. Then we're going to attempt to exploit the queen. If at all possible, we're going to try to exploit the poorly placed queen.
Renowned physicist Stephen Hawking has made a statement about artificial intelligence, basically warning us that could lead to the end of mankind.
Can I get it
Very
back?
complex
Let's just see if we can get our knight back into the game.
They got onto the subject of it, and here's what he had to say about it.
Once humans develop artificial intelligence, it would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate.
Probably could have played.
But
I couldn't have played.
The development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race.
Is my knight trapped? It is. We're going to try to replace our missing white squared bishop. I'm going to play extremely cautiously here. And now for something completely indifferent. Oh no, he's trying to punish us for what? Turned down for what? Let's see what we get.
Of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful. Humans, who are limited by slow biological evolution, couldn't compete.
Should I have taken? No, I couldn't take yet. Could I? Maybe I could take. Knight takes. Interesting. Either way, he's got knight to e5 check. So what good is it? How much use is it? Ha-hum. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with keeping the pieces on the board. We're going to go with keeping the pieces on the board, Booby. We're only down a pawn. We deserve to be down a pawn. Three to two on the king side. He's so much stronger than me at the moment. All I have is my wisdom and experience. This is one of those games we just have to chalk up for the loss. So what is the story here he's trying for? Takes and takes some more. Let's get our rook off of here. Rook check, bishop to d6 doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Could I have played knight takes d4? I don't see more. Knight f check. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Desperate times. I probably make it most likely true.
Pegasus SWE.
Uh,
Set. You think like Ulf Anderson?
yeah. I wish I were very okay. Knight f3 check. King g4. I feel like I've got to be mated here. Can we go this way? There's no way. Yes, I made it that way too. Very good, sir. Very good. I played it such a horrible game. Such a horrible game. I am going to start studying for me. Should have played the classical. I'm not sure why I messed around with the winnower, and then I played a terrible position there. I promised myself that I will play e4. Is my opponent here? They can't leave. Oh no, they left. Why did they leave? They might be in a different tab. Oh, I didn't send out the notification here either. So let's do that real quick. I didn't send out this notification for the team. Darn it. Emily Nguyen, Swiss. Rapid and classical. Control C. Message all members.
Arsenal
back.
fan Richie. Send. Nice to see someone with some humility. Holy shit, that Andres bloke is so up his own arse. He seems to forget he has only an in and an im in Australia, which is
What?
basically an FM anywhere else on the planet.
Streaming humility. Yeah, well, at least I know my place in society. Streaming humility daily.
Arsenal Fanrichi said, sorry, you re a good player, of
I
course.
kind of disagree with that statement. Maybe both parts of that statement. The of course part, I'm a very okay player. I'm a very okay player. In the words of Ulf Anderson, I'm a very okay player. This is the last round for anybody to join too, because we're, oh, maybe it's not the last round. I'm going to use this opportunity to get coffee. It takes me less than 5 minutes to get coffee. So even if I spot my
Arsenal
opponent,
Fanrichi said, John, most people spend their lives revering masters, never in the realm of attaining such a title as just relative.
namaste. Arsenal fan, thank you, man. I'm glad you appreciate. No, it's like your master's degree or I wouldn't say PhD, but let's just say master's, which is the next level after university. You can attain that and then have a stroke and you lose it all, but at least people still respect you for having attained it at one time. That is very kind.
Arsenal Fanrichi said,
Happens.
H-A-H-A-H-A.
Happens all the time. My opponent only has 1 minute and 36 seconds left, though. So let me just grab coffee quick at the facilities. This is key.
Arsenal Fanrichi said, hi Pegasus SWE.
I work very hard for increment tournaments, and I appreciate the respect as a player too. Thank you, Arsenal fan. Ruh-roh. Here's a human game. Student versus student. Slightly older student versus younger student. I don't know why it always goes to the higher rated player, but I guess that's the player we want to see. I don't think that's going to stop him. So these are two of my students playing each other.
Pegasus SW. Set. 1 NF3 NF6 2C4 G6 3NC3 DG7 4D4 05 BF4 D5 6 DB3 DXC4 7 QX.
It's true. No, I got as far as knight on B to D7.
Arsenal fan Richie.
Oh, it was C6, not bishop E6.
Yeah, sorry for coming in hot the way I did, but just
It was knight to B6, queen to. It was knight to B6, queen to C5.
Insulting lost opponent and neglecting any counterplay opportunities, all the while missing any moves, and then criticizing me, suggesting a couple of sacrifice ideas that the opponent might have calculated. Arsenal fan Richie said. Even if they didn't work, they need to be looked at. What sort of garbage coach is he?
I'm not sure what the context is here. Oh, sorry for coming in hot. Insulting lost opponents, neglecting any counterplay opportunities, all the while missing any moves. Isn't that very strange, right?
Arsenal fan Richie said. The context is he's teaching people not to look at strong moves for opponents.
White seems to have barnacled appropriately here. Black doesn't seem to have anything in this particular position after this. I'm quite happy for the slightly older student to be nicking the younger student. I think we have to take once. Or do we just play bishop to b8? Oh my god, that would be a nail in the coffin. But actually there's no pawn promoting anymore. So we don't even have to stop it. a6. Check. And takes. Or mate. Alright, student versus student encounter. Very nice. So, technically, by US Chess Federation ratings, because Charles has not been playing over the fourth chess during the summer, Yamato is the stronger player. 1270. This is a very interesting rating. Let's just go with e5. We're going to answer e4 with e5 from now on. We're going to return to the basics.
Arsenal fan Richie said. What is Yamato SUSC rating?
He is roughly a candidate master. Can I play it this way? Wow, this is tempting. But let's not say we did. White has no white squared bishop. We have the bishop pair.
Arsenal Family said, I didn't realize US had CM titles.
It's not an official title. I consider the area of 2,000 strength to 2,200. That was always considered, yeah, that is considered candidate master. But they don't have an official title in that sense of the word either. Nice. Thank you so much for the blurb. So the knight retreated for some strange reason. That's so strange. Whoop, let's not hang our queen. What do I want to do with this fellow? If I play bishop f6, let's just play a normal move and regroup. Maybe, just maybe, we can get a pawn diamond. This one doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. We still have a chance for a pawn diamond. Maybe we don't have a chance for a pawn diamond. Unfortunately, we do not have a chance for a pawn diamond. But maybe we do. Did I lose a pizza? I did not. Thankfully, the intermezzo saves me. But he could try to threaten with knight a4. After queen takes, bishop takes, knight a4, he can try to threaten rook to e5. I unfortunately go through some periods, though, too, Arsenal fan, where I don't get to explain the moves. I try. Sometimes we just have bad days, you know? Sometimes we just have bad days.
Arsenal Family said, another thing, I had one of the cackling sycophants say something sarcastic because I said the position was still complicated. They said, tell us what the engine says. Then I was like, I don't need an engine to see they were not getting mated, you patzer.
You did not say you patzer on stream, did you? People are waiting for me. People are waiting for this game to finish.
Arsenal Family said, I should have. Arsenal Fanrichi.
No, we don't
Sent.
use the
I
engine
just
unless we...
thought it.
That's good. I think in Swiss events,
Arsenal Fanrichi. Said. Like their king was on E1 and they have BH3 to avoid getting mated and the in didn't see it, my mind was blown.
yeah, he might be having a bad day. I like Andres. We spent some time together in Singapore. I even joined Killer Chess training because he is there. I do have to do some study. I'm not taking advantage of it. Unfortunately. Please play B4. B4, bishop to B6, rook to G3, bishop F5. Knight A4, knight takes B6, C takes C6, so I can then play B5 for my pawn diamond. Alright. Fair enough.
Arsenal Fanrichi. Said. ILL stop now.
You don't have to stop. If it makes you feel better. No, this is a venue. This is a place where friends should be able to. Oh no, I have to do that. Friends should be able to vent. This is what friends are for. Being able to listen, you know? Can I get a pawn diamond here at all?
Arsenal Fanrichi. Said. You re a good man.
No, I mean, these online streams, they are for venting. Absolutely, they are for venting. That is what it's all about. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Let's get all the pawns moving this way. This way we can even move the pawns if we'd like. Well, I could fall to a back rank mate. I guess my pawn mate is out of the question. Darn it. I really did want a pawn mate. Still trying to orchestrate the pawn mate. But people are waiting. It's not respectful. Yeah, I do feel for him though. What happened yesterday in the freestyle chess, by the way? Between Aronian and Wesley So, and I believe it was Hans Niemann versus Fabiano. That's what you get. I have been playing I believe that Stockfish really likes this. Stockfish really likes this on the whole. So we're getting to my favorite 10th move here as black. We're going to find out if he really knows his theory. Nope, I don't think he really knows his theory. Unfortunately, I do not think that he knows his theory. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe I should have taken the other way. That's a bummer.
Arsenal fan Richie said, "Oh, was this an Alatine?" Arsenal fan Richie said, "I've fallen into this trap before."
Now,
Arsenal fan Richie said, "I think this is possible if you develop knight to f3 before b2 as well, so a little wrinkle I discovered with some OTB analysis was b2 first and then nf3 and there is rx f3. Arsenal fan Richie said, "But in some lines there is g4 also." Arsenal fan Richie said, "It is quite fascinating TBH."
Unfortunately, I'm going to go the old-fashioned way and admit, I'm going to admit that I do not have what what it takes in this position, unfortunately. Wow, wow. Queen takes d4, rook takes d4, rook takes d4. Queen takes c4, bishop c5, and he wins my queen. Oh no! Does he have bishop c5? He might actually have bishop c5. I lost the pizza. Darn it. He had rook takes d4 and then queen to b1 check. Can't believe I lost a pizza.
Pegasus SWE. Say. You have a right edge pawn if it becomes an NBA.
Bishop takes e4 check. Ugh. I lost a piece last move. One of my favorite openings. Good job, Barashaki. Bishop takes f3 was a mistake. Rook takes f3 is normal. I don't know what I was thinking. I hallucinated that I had bishop takes check, b takes, and queen to a4 attacking the knight and the pawn, but my bishop's hanging on e3. I hallucinated. We'll work on it. All right, Barashaki. Queen to g5. If it gets by Stefano, I'll be very happy for him. f4. Oh no, my queen. This really does present a little bit of a predicament. Yeah, this is bad. Queen to c1, queen h1 mate. Ouch. Yamato's lost 2 in a row to Barashaki. I should have given him some more respect. What round are we up to here? 4 of 7. This is our last chance to get more players into the arena, into into the Swiss now. This is the drawback to the Swiss, basically, but everybody after the first hour, 55 minutes in, may or may not get a game. We're still playing F5. Ah. Against G3, I'm just going to go with the Dutch. Can I go this way? No. It's not happening. Let's keep E5 under control for as long as we can. Fortunately, we've not castled, so we don't have to worry about any tricks. Of course, there are always tricks. There's still hope for pawn diamond.
Arsenal Family said, do you think it's better to set time limits for difficult problem study solving or to take as long as it needs to get it right?
No, you should definitely be setting a, you should absolutely be setting a time. Well, if he's just going to give me that one, I have to take it.
Arsenal Family said, because it simulates real games more.
Also because you have to set yourself with a definitive time to check the solution as well. Because if you're going to eliminate blind spots, you have to know within a certain amount of time. One of my friends at the Manhattan Chess Club, Damien Dotton, he was studying an exercise one afternoon, and I looked at it for a while, and I could not find the solution. So I reached for the book, and he goes, no, don't look at it, don't tell me. The next afternoon, once again, as scheduled, he was on the same problem. And he was looking, and he was digging deeply. And he was looking at it over the board. He'd set it up for the book, and I reached for the book, and he goes, no, don't tell me. And I go, this is the second day, Damien. I promise I will not tell you. And I look at the diagram in the book, and he's got one of the pawns of the wrong color. Now, of course, in any chess books,
Arsenal Fanrichi said, ha ha.
and basically he's like, what? You know? I don't have a choice. I would love to re-support my pawn, but I cannot in good conscience. Can I play B5?
Arsenal Fanrichi said, I bet he solved it immediately after.
Oh yeah, Once, in fact, once I saw it in the diagram in the book, I somewhat knew exactly what was going on. Should have played knight f6 instead. b4. Yeah, I saw it fairly easily. I don't want to give up on my idea for a pawn diamond though. How does he defend this pawn? I have fallen for this before myself. Trying to get to fancy this way or that. It happens at times. Can I do it?
Arsenal fan Richie said. Really enjoying that book on invisible moves. By the way, I am about 35 pages in already, 1/8 through. Really cool annotations and puzzles. Arsenal fan Richie said. ILL probably still suck after, but at least I am trying.
I'm having fun. Who knew it would be possible?
Arsenal fan Richie said. Sneaky bull.
Knight to g5. Hold on here. Knight to g5, bishop g6, f5. It's getting a little sketchy, but this pawn cannot be easily defended, can it? Alright, YOLO. Yo. Low. Yo. Yo. Low. Yo, yo, low. Yo, yo, low. Well, if he's going in that direction, right? He's going in that direction. This reminds me of an endgame that I had a long time ago. I believe I win the f4 pawn too. Maybe I don't. Well, I guess I do. Exchanging rooks might have been a good idea. But my bishop is so bad on that square, I could actually
Arsenal
lose.
Family said. Stefano has incredible fighting spirit IBE observed from multiple games.
So now yep, we set up the mating net. And because I love backseating, I cannot, in good conscience, unfortunately talk about some of my moves before I play them, obviously. But certainly I can actually show them afterwards. Ah, we are overdue, sir. Keeping students out of home-cooked preparation. This is a test. This is a test and he failed it. He should not play knight to c6 because he gives up control of the e5 square. Knight f6, g6, a6. All of those moves played in any order.
Arsenal Famrici said. G5 is the cleanest refutation to the bird.
That's very cool. Now that I no longer have to worry about
Pegasus SW. Set. F6 E7.
Now that I no longer have to worry
Arsenal
about
Family. Set. Lord.
Oh no! Are you really doing this to me? And now A5. H3. Knight takes. Does he have a hellacious attack brewing, or what? It looks as though he might have a hellacious attack brewing. We'll know in a moment. Now the bishop is still trapped, it seems, here, you know.
Arsenal Fanrichi. Said. Did you look at NXF7?
I did. I did not quite like it. But I do want to develop my bishop to a good square. Is his bishop still trapped? I feel like his bishop is still trapped. I don't want to get too fancy here. I actually have to give this guy some respect. Bishop takes c5, d takes e4, knight takes e4. Bishop takes c5, d takes e4, d4. Queen to g. Nope. Bishop takes c5, d takes e4, d4. The queen has to move off the diagonal, right? Or does it? Queen to c7. H takes g4. Yeah, I like it. If d4, then I'm going to play for more. If d4, then
Arsenal
I'm going to play
Set. I was looking at a cool line for black after bxc5. Arsenal Fanrichi. Set. ILL say after the game.
This bishop is still trapped, right? No, he's not still trapped. It's a little bit of a bummer. Yes, Jesse? Jesse, what's going on? Yeah? You want to make an appearance on screen? No, you can't lay down on me. I'm busy here.
Pegasus SWE said, ask ChatGPT about Fischer's game. What makes this game so famous? Fischer sacrifices his queen early to get a brilliant attack. It illustrates incredible tactical acumen and positional understanding in a 13-year-old. The final combination is a work of art and coordination between all the black pieces.
Right? It's pretty cool. Alright. Alright, I have to take.
Arsenal fan Richard said, I actually think Fischer's win in the Scandi against Addison is even more impressive.
Wow. We've got a real poll on our hands. It looks pretty good. Bishop d6, rook takes f6. We need to simplify just in case here. Don't want him coming any closer to me now. I like my rook on f6. It will be good to us all. Should we play e5? It looks so good. Queen d5 could end me. So that's for sure. Let's throw this in so he doesn't have queen to d5.
Arsenal fan Richard said, the line I was wondering about, by the way, was bx c5 d4 na4 bx h3 gx h3 nanograms, or either brilliant or just rubbish.
Now? Oh, he's got that. Queen takes, pawn takes equals queen check. The guy's actually threatening me. Very annoying. He was threatening rook to g1. Can it all come together? Can it all come together. Oh no. Do I have enough of an attack here now? I mean, it looks pretty good.
Arsenal fan Richie.
He's got so much hanging.
Oh my.
Yeah, I got a little careless. I should have just played king takes h2. That was my original thought. Rook to e3 bothered me. No, don't go
Arsenal
there.
fan Richie said, I think funnily you could have just played kxh7 and save your rook. Arsenal fan Richie said, kxh2 even sorry.
Yeah. Same thing. They're all cousins.
Arsenal fan Richie said, Woody Allen agrees.
Now we're coming in from
Arsenal
the other
fan
side.
Richie said, they all cousins. Pegasus SWE said, easy victory.
He's in a little bit of a pickle.
King Slayer Sloan said, was watching some chesscom.
Followed by, for those of you who did not see it, queen to h8.
Arsenal fan Richie said, can you take a look at that line? Arsenal
This
fan
was
Richie
in this line,
said,
right?
with bxh3 and ng4.
Which one? So when I play h3? Or does he have to take first?
Arsenal fan Richie said,
Oh, after bishop takes c5. I was worried about d4. So you were looking at d4, knight a4, bishop h3. Yes. This was
Arsenal fan
definitely
Richie
a real
said,
chance.
d4 na4 bxh3.
And then knight to g4, huh? So I have to play queen a4, right?
Arsenal fan Richie said, if gxh3 nanograms for yeah. Arsenal fan Richie said, and
Yeah, this looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. He might get away with this. So bishop takes h3, g takes h3, knight to g4. I may have to give back some material, right? I think I'm okay, only because
Arsenal fan Richie said, oh, I guess just QE2 I missed that the second rank is defendable now.
well, I don't want to allow queen g3, but I do want to counterattack. I do want to counterattack. So it's a little bit of a bother. Well, that was it, ladies and gentlemen.
Arsenal fan Richie said, nice it's a whole lot of nothing, then appreciate that.
No, thank you for looking at it, or wanting to look at it. I need more guys like you, Arsenal fan. More guys like you, and less guys that just want me to play on another platform. But I'll bump. Ouch. Well, at least I made it to the top 3. I unfortunately ruined.
Said,
I unfortunately ruined Yamato's chances. He started off so strong, and he did a great job beating Charles Numero Uno. In fact, he sent Charles Numero Uno into a death spiral.
Said, John's.
Oh no! No wonder White lost. I keep telling him to stop playing positionally when you're a young player. Positional chess is something you play when you are 80 years old, like I will be in 41 years.
Kingslayer Sloan said, there's a spot open for an unfunny hack.
I don't think there are any spots open, actually. I think that CBS is actually jettisoning its humor department because it had to find $16 million in the budget for a bribe, for a federal bribe.
Said, haha.
No, I mean, I thought mine was a little far. I apologize. Rogan knows that I love him. And if he doesn't know it, then he should just forget about it and not think about it at all. I believe that almost all of you know that I have very few malicious bones in my body. If any. This is not a pin. What was this supposed to accomplish? Is he getting the E7 pawn? He's getting his pawn back? Ouch.
Arsenal fan Richie said, not sure about E5, but maybe the sacrifice of B pawn was just. Kings said, Mr. Colbert ratings were not bribe worthy.
No, he actually called out the... I also wanted to see what was going to happen on this one. But I think it's just rook takes and bishop e5, right? And he didn't prevent the pin. I think this is absolutely necessary, right? We must play this move. If we don't play that move... Oh, he was playing on the trick.
Arsenal fan Richie said, yep, if BC3 RC2.
Well, I was actually looking at bishop check and rook takes. So he gets his king off the diagonal. And then he let it happen one more time. He did not respect his opponent's moves. Now the two outside pass pawns decide. So what happened in the earlier one? No, this guy, Arsenal fan, is so much stronger than me. Of course, that part that I believe it. I just want to cut to the chase because I have to leave soon. I have to get a parking spot. I have to charge my computer too. I have to send an email. Ouch. What do we do? What is this? What kind of chess is this? These pawns go 2 squares every single time. And against bishop to g5, it's always h6. Yamato and I prepared
Kingslayer
this.
slow.
And
Set.
Charles Numero
Booked any
Uno
lessons on
also
GM
knows that he should not castle. d6 he knows is the move. You know I haven't, and my summer is running out quick, so I better. We still need to play bishop takes c3
Arsenal
checks
sandwich.
from the moment they
Set.
play that, and then we
What
can get our
coach?
queen off the diagonal. I did pay for a coach or a trainer that I found on Lee Chess, and they contacted me, and I still haven't set aside the time to do it. So he literally
Arsenal
doesn't see
sandwich.
bishop takes
Did
d6.
you know John Spielman coaches?
The forest for the trees. I did not know that. Does he coach online? I would sign up in a heartbeat.
Arsenal fan Richie said. Cool, right? Arsenal fan Richie said. He does, yeah.
He and I won a game together against David Howell and Photo Chess. I may have already told you that story, but John Spielman and I at the London 2020 US World
Kingslayer
Championship
said.
had a
Wonder
hand
what
in brain
experience.
where Maria Lovalova, Photo Chess, and I were the hands, and David Howell and John Spielman, my partner, were the braids. And we managed to pip them in the post when I had to take it away in the last 15 to 30 seconds because it was too fast for either of them to contribute. It was a great time. What is going on
Arsenal
here?
fan Richie said. Hand and brain is great fun, but there's always one player of the four who gets angry. Pegasus SWE said. C5XD4.
I don't think so. If like, what's going on here? I mean, I understand this move, right? Oh, I see what's going on. C takes d4, C takes d4, bishop takes d6. Yeah. So we're almost winning a pizza. This is unprotected, that's unprotected. So if bishop takes b4, and it's looking pretty ugly. More is falling. That's a good discovery. This one has to go in my book.
Pegasus SWE said. Grab one.
No, not that one. This one.
Arsenal fan Richie said. Not the simplest tactic to see in fairness.
Indeed. Okay. Save. I'm getting closer to the 50 positions that I need. Whoops. Cancel. I almost saved it into Smyslav's best games. Which was the last file that I opened. wow, wow, wow. White. Just in case there's any funny business, right? Or could we just play... Maybe this is better right away. He could have... I guess he had to take right away. Knight takes e8 as knight takes g3 check. So... Wow. I don't know if I would have found this move. We got skewered.
Arsenal fan Richie said, guys, would you please be able to give my friend a follow? He is very shy but a strong player and a good human being. He is trying to get into streaming and working up confidence at the moment.
Give
Arsenal
him a shout
fan
out
Richie
so that we can
said,
follow him.
his name is Uber Chess.
Oh, you can't give him a shout out.
Arsenal said, Tyrone.
Hello, my friends. Welcome. I'm so glad you could make it and be here today. I'm a full-time Uber driver, and I
Oh,
have my own
nice.
share.
Very cool, very cool. And this is the end of it. Removing a defender, right? So let's see how he does this. Oh no! He allows bishop takes e4. Oh my god, this is a comedy of errors. Hold on. This runs into that, right? And no matter where else we move with our queen, he takes us
Kingslayer
attacking
Sloan
the queen, right?
said,
We're adding this one to our we're adding this one to our book. We're adding this one to our book. So we're up to 47, 48. We're gonna add these to our book immediately after. I like the finding the pin. So this one too, instead of letting people hiding the board from people. So we found that pin, he missed it, and he still gets it. And he should play takes, right? And then e5. And we don't have to lose a pizza, right? But ironically, if he does it the other way, then this bishop is hanging. So white should...
Arsenal Famrici said. Very hard.
Very hard to untangle indeed once the rook's not on that square. Yeah, there's just no time. Because we're attacking the queen. There's just no time to get out of this.
Maybe bxg3 is best practical try.
In this position? I don't know, we're still
Arsenal
hanging the
Famrici
bishop, perhaps.
said. After L.
Okay, he didn't get that far, right? Yeah, at least this way we're only down the exchange, right? The resulting blunders.
Arsenal Famrici said. Yeah. Arsenal
Pretty
Famrici
crazy.
said. It has still lost, but better than using a piece OFC.
I don't see anyone. There. Yeah, it's true, Arsenal fan. I do have to run to the finals of the oops. I swiped. There we go. We'll raid a relatively new streamer who's working on trying to become a better player.
Arsenal
That is the
Famrici
impression I get.
said. Thanks for the stream. Have a nice day. Thanks for understanding.
No worries,
Arsenal
Arsenal
Famrici
fan. Hey, we all
said.
have those days.
Take care all.
I have to vent every now and then, and I'm always glad when somebody can listen. And I don't always have you guys available, right? We just have to do what we can. Thanks everyone for the follows. Varnuvox, DM me on the socials if you get a chance. DM me and let me know. Remind me that you're Varnuvox, and that way we can arrange something on YouTube or otherwise. Thank you everybody for being here. Cheers and ciao. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Please check out the Discord. Please join the dojo for the daily bullet, daily blitz, and rapid. All with increment, because we're here to improve our chess. Namaste, Ron. Namaste. Have a great day, everyone.